You know what greenwashing is?
Greenwashing?
Yeah.
No. Sort of. But.
Greenwashing is big food advertising using words to make consumers believe that the food they're selling is the same as what I'm producing, even though it's not. Hey, have you got that a Global Animal Partnership Whole Foods video where you can show it to show? Please.
So greenwashing.
Greenwashing.
Okay.
So what's this meat rating system about?
Let me put it this way. Step 1 is like... Step 5 is like...
So, step 5. Let's get a New York strip and definitely a filet. And do you have...
What the hell does that mean?
I can't tell you how much that angers me.
Tell me what that means.
That makes me so goddamn
Is that
mad.
that's their question? I mean, that is their video that they made?
Yeah. That was their
So
advertising.
there's no...
Let me tell you.
Come on.
It makes you laugh. It makes me mad.
I'm sure it does, sir. But as a consumer looking at that, like, what? Come on, man. You're supposed to be Whole Foods. Whole Foods to me is supposed to be a place where I can go and get healthy food. That's like the idea behind it. Whole Foods, started by hippies, started here in Austin. Great. Whole Foods. I want Whole Foods. Let me go there. But what is, and this is, what does that mean?
All right, so
you have so many things you can tell me in a short period of time. Healthier, better for the environment, low carbon footprint. It's all those things they could tell me. Instead, they go, and that's their commercial.
All right, so this is about greenwashing.
Okay.
Whole Foods and Global Animal Partnership are big on greenwashing.
Okay, what is step 5 and step 4? What is all that? What does that mean?
So let's talk about the Global Animal Partnership.
Okay.
The Global Animal Partnership is an animal welfare nonprofit that Whole Foods financed, 15 years ago or something. I don't know how long ago. And I went to the first producer meeting they ever had in Denver of the Whole Foods had for the Global Animal Partnership, rolling it out. And it was all about this, I thought it was a great idea at the time. This animal welfare system, so that step 1, which is low-hanging fruit, a little bit better than industrial, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 was great animal welfare, no physical alterations, can't castrate, whatnot. We used to castrate everything born on my farm that wasn't named Harris, and we quit castrating, all the things we had to do to achieve step 5. And it was explained to us at the time that we want to bring the industry into higher animal welfare, which was right up my alley. I did too. And we got to have this step 1, 2, which is low-hanging fruit that pretty much anybody, it's like getting your foot in the door. But all companies are expected to move up the continuum to everybody's step 4 or 5.
Okay.
I thought it was great.
Sounds great.
So I embraced it and became a step 5 plus. I don't think they have just a very few in the country. We want them. And they never would pay us any more for our product. But as a result, in the meat case, everything was step 1 and step 2, maybe a little step 3. And they did allow producers, mostly big multinational corporations, to come in at step 1 and 2 and languish there. 15 years later, they're still step 1, step 2, which is not the way it was supposed to work. So now, even though there's 5 steps, they talk about how it's all great. And it's not all great. If you're going to do it with your hands and mouth like that guy, so step 1's like, step 5's like, not. It just pisses me off.
I would imagine.
But you go to Whole Foods, and look and ask them, step 5, how much step 4 and 5 you got back there? And probably not much.
So most of it, here it goes. Jamie's got it here. Step 1, no cages, no crates, no crowding. Step 2, enriched environment, things to do. Step 3, enhanced outdoor access. Step 4, pasture-centered, based on an outdoor system. Step 5, animal-centered, no physical alterations. That means castration and all that. And then step 5 plus, which is you, animal-centered, entire life on the same farm. As shoppers can know exactly what the animal was raised for, the meat they are buying just by looking for the color-coded step rating on the product label. As of October 1st, 2014, the Step 5 program includes 2,451 farms and ranches that range from Step 1 to Step 5 plus and raise more than 147 million animals annually. But they added everything together there.
Oh, yeah.
Step 5 in program, look how they did that. Step 5 in program includes 2,451 farms and ranches that range from Step 1 to Step 5 plus. So by saying that it includes these 2,451 farms, they're not saying how many of them are actually Step 5. They're like kind of fucking with you with the numbers there.
And I can tell you, it's not many.
It's not 2,451.
Well,
but that's Step 1 to Step 5.
1 and 2. I'm not saying there weren't that many farms. I'm saying it's not.
Not that many Step 5s.
The distribution would be greatly skewed to the
right.
Step.
So if you go to a Whole Foods and say, "Hey, so I want that,"
Yeah.
How many you got? It's less, far less. So they have to get very specific meat from places like you.
Well, I mean, I think the reason they had that particular segment there is because they didn't have much Step 5 back there. So that allowed them to say, hey, man, it's all good.
Right. It's all good. It's all
good.
better than anywhere else you're going to get.
Yeah.
And that's greenwashing.